Hey everybody, TEW. I decided to start doing these on Saturday, so I apologize about the delay. Um, I should have loaded before I started. Now you can see all my save games I have on this database. So lots of new features that were called up this past week for the dev diary. I'm really looking forward to. The match styles seem really interesting. I don't think I touched on the broadcasters from last week. There's a lot of awesome stuff that I simply can't remember at the moment, but yeah, so I'm kind of looking forward to all that. Every day that something's announced, I'm really excited for it. So let's get right into the show today. We'll of course be booking superstars. Looks like we're in the Knickerbocker Arena. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Like the venue fill-ins that they have going. Then there's going to be the what was the thing I was just thinking of? It'll come to me. There's lots of stuff that I'm looking forward to, a new game that I'm ready to play. I'm not like other people where I can't play at all in this one, but I'm definitely looking forward to 2016 and see what's going to go on. So here you guys will actually see some of the new people I hired. There are a few more that aren't going to show up, but of course, that happens. I did try to hire kind of how I think Bret Hart would have hired. His focus would have been on certain guys and such. So we're gonna go with that. So we're gonna have Norman Smiley debut here. Of course, right now he's not popular enough to be anything but a jobber, but he will be debuting against the one Ken Shamrock in his debut, and we'll go ahead and do that. Now, like I went over the match links last time, so we won't go ahead and make this an open match because right now Norman Smiley can kind of stick where he's at, but I'm definitely going to be putting a bullet on Shamrock and trying to get him over as quickly as possible. So we'll be working with that. Definitely want him to relive that classic Rocky rivalry, but from the other side, since you see that I have Shamrock as a heel, I plan on keeping Rock actually as a face for a while just to see how I can do. We'll see here that Hunter herself only did get dropped down to a mid card based on there's the pushes and everything. Things kind of change throughout depending on how things go. I do need to remember to create an angle. One of the things I like to do, I don't think there's actually, if there is one in the default angle pack that comes with the game, I can never find it, but it's basically one that allows an interviewer to be interviewing, Hunter Hearst Helmsley in this case. Basically, if I get one that has good enough skills, they'll rub off and they'll be able to train guys that way. I think it's a less gamey way than just like booking one of those angles that has a bunch of people non-rated with one guy that is rated, kind of thing. And no knock to people that actually do that, but it's not with style that I'm looking for right now. So um, see if I can make a good tag team here. See, throw a couple guys that aren't doing a whole lot, and see what happens here. So hope you all had a good week. I finished my second week of training at my new job, getting ready to start that, so I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully moving up soon. Getting my school stuff together because I'm gonna be starting on the 1st of April, and we are having a March shower today. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background, probably not, but it is raining like crazy out there. Has been since yesterday, so I'm happy about that because rain is my favorite weather. So works for me. For those of you that don't like rain, well, I don't know what to tell you. Gold Dust also got pushed down to a mid card after I got rid of some people and everything. So, which in a way it's good because it allows me to use. I don't ever use anything higher than a mid carder on the B shows, just because to me it just doesn't seem like it's there's a reason for it really. So we are gonna have our first Rocky Triple H match actually going to be on Superstars, which I think that fits. It's one of the rivalries that I'm going to be pushing to lead to the next generation. I think it'll be pretty good, but this actually is going to end in a draw and be a time limit finish, and this will be Superstars. And yeah, you're going to be unhappy. Deal with it. I'll pay you money later. So we did pretty good here. Shamrock got a 92 rating, which is really decent for his gimmick, as well as Norman Smiley getting 87. I'm pleased with both of those. Shamrock and Norman Smiley both improved performance skills, always a good plus. And we just had a holding back slightly, which is normal, and then Norman Smiley had inconsistency, so that not too bad. Actually, that's about what I expected, 60, so that's not too bad at all. And so I'm good with that. 63 for this tag match here. So we didn't get a good or negative on the Farouk and Crush. I might actually go forward with them as a team just to fill up. I don't have a lot of heel tag teams, excuse me. And Doug Furness and Farouk both improved in performance. And well, Doug Furness's penalized for being poor at portraying babyface. We'll work on that. And then everyone else, Phil Lafon was inconsistent, but we'll be okay with this. And Paul Bearers, the manager for Executioner, and which is actually the famous Terry Gordy. Oh wait, maybe not. Wrong here. It looks like Goldust was the one that was being managed, unless he's being managed by Terry Williams. And Executioner has a bunch of habits that are bad, and so we'll see how that works going forward. I'm going to try to maybe reform him a bit at some point. I did get a 68 for the rating, so that's good. Never clicked that before. Ah, there you go. Anyone that ever needs to know what a rating is, there you go. That's what calculates a rating. I've never actually clicked that before, so there you go. And we got 69 for Rocky and Triple H. So Rocky improved on technical skills, and we just had some holding back slightly. So that's pretty good addition of superstars, if I do say so myself. It doesn't affect my rating at all, but you know. I haven't booked or bumped Raw up to 2 hours yet. I'll probably be doing that for the week 3, just because 2 hours is just not enough, or 1 hour is just not enough. So, all right. So Raw will see the debut of Legion of Doom, and they will be facing off. I'm gonna have to throw together a team here apparently. Yeah, we just had that Farouk and Crush, so they actually will. No, I don't want to. I don't want to push them down that far too fast. And sorry about that. Somehow my Firefox opened. I don't know how that happened. Let's see here. Yeah, well, Phineas Godwin's not doing anything else, so should be an interesting tag team. Actually, you know what? Better yet. There we go. I do have one Dave Finlay. So this will kind of be Dave Finlay and the Executioner. I think they at least will mesh a little bit and see how they go. If you guys might be wondering, well, why them? Well, one, I don't have many plans for Terry Gordy as the Executioner. He's a little past his prime. Dave Finlay is as well, and he's basically here to help people out. But also, I want Hawk and Animal to just kind of come in and destroy people. So we'll go ahead and put this on both of them. And there you go. That will be the opening to Raw, just to kind of get that flowing. So, as I said before, we have kind of an interesting mix. I did go ahead and we'll have a storyline recap. I threw in Bulldog versus Sid, which will be the main title feud for the next couple of months. We do have Mankind and Vader on Sid's sides, and Sean and Brett on Bulldog's side. So, well, Sean and myself in the game. So that we'll see how that goes, and that will be the storyline going forward that I'll be focusing on. So, and why can't I find who I'm looking for? Sorry, it's been such a like I said, I did the training at work, and it's been a very long week, and so I'm a little out of sorts still. I did a big block of videos yesterday that I uploaded for the reading stuff, and then I was like, I need to get this done today for this. So, and then, well, I don't have a feud set so far for a Triple H and Rocky, so I'm not gonna feud them right away, but I did want to see like just a reaction on the game level of their pairing to make sure they didn't have any negative chemistry for the future. And we'll have Triple H going over Pillman here, and let's see. Sorry. This is the only problem with booking on the fly, especially when you're on camera, is you don't always know what you want to do. And sometimes like, well, I have 25 minutes, but I'm also booking Raw, not Nitro or something like ROH, where you would have like a really long block for a main event, you know. So my main event's gonna be 15 minutes or so. I might go 16, and that's gonna be a 3-on-3 match. Filling up our, sorry, I keep clicking the wrong way, touchpads. I need to get some batteries for my mouse. So we're gonna do Sean, Brett, and The Undertaker. versus Mankind, Psycho Sid, and Vader. So I know I didn't book Bulldog in this match, but he was the one that had the interview and actually currently is an upper mid card. So I will need to fix that at some point. But this month we have the Rumble, so my main event's probably going to be that. So we'll worry about that when we get to it. But these are the minor guys. They will kind of keep the feud going, and I will pull this to a 16-minute match just to get that slow build going. And this will be Raw, and we'll go ahead and run this. Alright, so we got a 63 match rating. Dave Finlay did debut. He got 88 rating, and Animal and Hawk respectively got a 90 and 86 for the power and paint gimmicks. Animal and Hawk both improved on Rumble skills. Hawk get more technical skills, and Animal is improving in performance. This is why Dave Finlay is here, to help with that. And then we got quite a bit of negatives here, actually. So Dave Finlay was penalized for holding back. I just won't even mention those anymore on TV shows. That's just a common thing for him. But he was penalized for motivation, and we had the normal executioner habits, and Hawk also has a drug habit. So, and it did not get a good squash. So basically I did get penalized for booking decisions on that. Alright, so our interview, Bulldog interviewing against Psycho Sid, got an 84. And that's actually pretty good for British Bulldog. I'm happy with that. Triple H defended his title against Pillman again, and no one improved. Pillman does have a hard drug habit and low morale currently, because I had him draw with Rock. And then Austin went over Hart with a stunner. They both held back slightly, and Austin improved in performance skills. And for our main event, we got a 93. It did, like I said, because they're minor characters in the storyline, they are able to push that forward. Sid's actually a major character, but so I'll need to have Sid actually go over next week to balance that out. So Undertaker improved in Rumble performance, and Sid improved in performance as well. And we see here Sean was penalized for drinking, but everyone else was just for holding slightly back. Oh, that's another thing. The habits sound like they're going to be a really good update, with the fact that they're going to move a lot better, and they'll be judged a little bit differently than they have been in the past. And then the other thing I was going to touch on was the new spillover happening organically, instead of like, oh, you've reached so much in this territory, so this territory now gets so many points. So I'm looking forward to seeing how both those are implemented. So. And we had an 88 for Raw. It increased our popularity in 28 regions. That is TEW for the week. I hope you all enjoyed. Have any questions, post them in the comments, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.